Welcome to Linkronicity, where your journey and destiny link. I'm Stacey, Kumagai, your linkologist, and I'm here to help you link your life. Today we're going to be doing part 4 of the Healing the Inner Link series. Didn't know there was going to be a part 4, but yeah, there is. Quick recap, and I mean quick recap if you haven't watched the other 3 videos, but you should, because we're starting the healing process for those of you who have not dealt. So part 1 was all about what have you procrastinated in confrontation of healing. Okay, so what is it that you've delayed saying, doing, whatever to get on this track? Okay, part 2, what are you feeding yourself? Negative thoughts, positive thoughts. What are you saying and nourishing your soul with on a daily basis? Your mind, your heart, your spirit. What are you saying to yourself? What are you feeding yourself? Part 3, dealing with your life's greatest disappointments and challenges. Dealing with all the emotion that you didn't have time to deal with, or you put off dealing with, or that you didn't even walk through to feel thoroughly to heal. Feel the heal. And looking at the positives that you walked away with so you can cherish them, come together and say thank you. Thank you. And that'll put you in a place of moving forward. So what are we going to talk about today in part 4? We're going to talk about your inner storyteller. Stories. They're a really great thing, aren't they? Aren't they great? When you were a child, you had stories that you might have immersed yourself into, books that you read, or books that you had read to you to go to sleep. Stories. We invest in them. And we're taught to do that so we can enjoy or, well, escape. As we grow up, we become our own storytellers. So today, you can only imagine, exercise 4 of today's Healing the Inner Link is I'm going to have you write a story. Story. Your story. And I want you to write it out being really brutally honest. I know, right? Is it a thriller? What is it? What's your story? What am I looking for in your storytelling? What story do you keep telling yourself, and what are you actually believing? Because the stories that are there have become part of you. So when you're recalling an experience, I went through XYZ and blah, 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 and so-and-so said this and so-and-so said that, and I left the situation, blah, blah, blah. Okay, these, every single time you tell your story, you're either rehashing it in negative mode, or you're rehashing it in positive mode. You're either rehashing it in denial mode, or you're rehashing it in a healed mode. Which are you? What are you doing? What story are you telling? It's very revealing when you're having a conversation with somebody new who you've just met, and you're sharing an experience, and you're sharing a story, and you might be telling it the same way over and over and over and over on repeat. Depending on the angle you take on it, reveals a lot about you. Reveals a lot about you and how you recall it. How you recall it will reveal what? Can you guess? Can you guess? It'll reveal what's not healed. It'll reveal what's been glossed over. It will reveal what healing hasn't been fully dealt with. It will also reveal what progress and evolution have actually evolved from this old story. Now, this story could be a short story. You may be writing months from now and it becomes a a memoir of sorts, whatever. But I want you to write out whatever these stories are. And they either will or will not define you based on your perception. Based on your perception. So let me ask you these questions. These are power questions, and I want you to ask them of yourself and write them down, or pause the video and write them down. What does your story say about you? What does your story teach you? How did your story shape you? And has this story led to a better one? Yeah, right? Those are 4 major questions appropriate for video 4. Not an accident. Universe laughs. Yeah. What are your answers to those questions? How you answer these questions are part of this exercise. And you're going to be able to look at it and have more introspection and go, whoa, I didn't know that. Of course you didn't know that, because no one's asked you to do this before. That's why I'm here. That's not an accident either. I heard the call. So I'm here delivering this for you to help you. And when you look at your stories, what's going to end up happening as you look at them, you're going to learn a lot about yourself, for one. Number 2, you're going to walk through your next experience differently, because it's going to bring about an awareness that you didn't have before. It's like, whoa, I walked through this experience this way, but today I'm not going to look at it through this lens. I'm not going to look at it with this bent jadedness. I'm not going to look at it with this distortion. I'm not going to look at it with judgment. I'm not going to look at it with, you see what I'm saying? Like it has its own ripple effect. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to shift. You're going to tweak a link, as I like to say, as you know I like to say. We're tweaking a link today with our inner healing. That one tweak, it's going to change your life. It's going to change your life. Because what you have observed or haven't observed will tell you a lot about yourself. First of all, it'll tell you if you're really, really super aware, or it will tell you that you have been blind the whole time and you missed a whole heck of a lot. Based on what that story says. Were you preoccupied? Were you on your phone? Were you half in, half out of conversation? Did you observe? Did you pay attention? Did you busy yourself or distract yourself to not take in the full experience? Were you present? Were you present? These things create our reality. Every single one of them. Every story you have in your life creates your reality. So my 5th and final question is, what reality are you going to live tomorrow? What's that going to look like? How's that going to look? Is it going to look a heck of a lot different than those old stories you used to tell yourself? Can they? Oh, heck yeah. Infinite possibilities, right? So that's what I want you to do. So start your stories. I want you to start with generalizing. Once upon a time, there was. Enter your name. Talk about where you grew up. How many siblings you did or didn't have. What was your family like? What was your school like? Who were your friends? Did you have a pet or no? What was your favorite sport or hobby? I went very elementary. And then go deeper and deeper and go until you can't anymore. And take a look at it. Then go back to the other 3 exercises and ask yourself, what didn't you confront? What were you feeding yourself? Was there one of your life's greatest disappointments or challenges in it? And did that become part of the story? See how I wrap that up? That's not genius. That's just happy accident. But isn't that cool? Yeah. And here you get a better realistic picture of what work you still have to do. It's an assessment. And it's a good time to do that. It'll feel good because you have reality of what you need to fix and heal and overcome, so you can continue to expand and grow and live the life that you want to be living. To have ultimate bliss and peace inside, so you can exude it outside and radiate that energy to change everything, to make it better. Okay? So I hope that helps. Hit me with questions on social media if you have any. And I hope that your storytelling evolves into something that gives you great insight to who you are. I'm Stacey Kumagai, your Linkologist, here to help you link your life. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Linkronicity, blogspot.com, and go to Linkronicity.com for private coaching sessions. If you want a private session with me, they are available. Go to the Connect link, fill out the form. We'll do a 30-minute free consultation, evaluation, and then we can get started if you want to have go on a journey with me. Okay? So anyway, have a beautiful day. Connect to your story, and let's get started on that happy ending.